I feel like we should spin around in the chairs like that, like when the show starts.
We're back to pretty much
Just be like,
where
wham.
we're back to pretty much where it's at though. I'm for the most part clean shaven, and you are growing beard stubble back. We're gonna
Kind
be
of
back
getting
to
there.
where we began.
Welcome back to the show.
How you doing?
Actually, I was talking to you. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show.
It's been like forever.
It's been like a month.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I've gained weight and lost weight and then gained it and then lost it again. It's been so long.
I've gained weight.
Yeah,
That's about it.
you're just
That's all I
there.
got.
I feel really glad to be back. I've been trying so hard to get back here. I know that I've had multiple people send in multiple things. In fact, I think everything that I'm gonna say today has been sent in except for the Ghostbusters thing.
Okay.
All the other ones have been sent in by other viewers and stuff. And really sorry, but I don't even know what to say. I had a big show. I know we had COVID. I know we had more COVID.
Then we had change in work
Yeah,
schedules
and
all
then
that other
a lot of stuff. But I'm really happy to be back. I really actually like this show, and every time I read the news, and the last like week or so has been like ridiculously depressing.
It's all depressing.
A lot of just
I have a
bad
thing,
stuff
actually.
going on out there.
I have a thing. It was
Yeah?
somewhere. The UK's prime minister resigned
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
6 weeks.
yeah. I saw that. It just I don't know. I like doing good news. I like finding stuff, and I especially like it when people like you send stuff in. So give a shout out to Caddy Na. Thanks for joining us. Also, um,
Alicidra,
yeah, Alicidra,
I think. Alicidra?
Alicidra.
Alice.
Thanks for watching, and thank you for all you guys that are out there watching that aren't registered or logged in. Anything you want to throw out there? Anything good happened to you in the last month?
I got a $22 tip on a delivery.
Whoa, that's a
Right?
good one. Yeah.
These people were not sober.
Oh, well,
But it was great. It was great because even though they weren't all together,
uh-huh.
when I went there and they asked if I had gotten a tip, I go, yeah, I got a tip. And they asked how much. So I told them, and he had the moment where you could see in his eyes of that's a lot of money. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah. I like the one where somebody asks you something, they're not quite there. And it doesn't have to be like inebriated. I mean,
Yeah.
you could be like tired.
Yeah.
You want to ask somebody something tired and you do like a calculation, you say something, well, what about if we do this or 10% of that or whatever? And they give you that look like, and you know they're trying to process
Yeah,
something
like
in
they're
their brain,
really they're
and
trying
it's like,
really hard.
the good news is
That's what my boss looks like.
we
a
have
lot of
smart
the time.
devices for that now. You just be like, hey, smart device. I don't want to say it out loud because 15 things in the studio are going to go
Well,
off.
you can say Siri because my thing is turned off so it doesn't react to Hey Siri. So we can use Siri.
That's
as the
hilarious that
example.
we've got all of the AIs plus an alternate AI.
Yeah, we've got Siri. We've got. I don't know if yours is gonna react.
Yeah, it is.
Siri, the G,
And the A is on
and
here too.
yeah, and we've got the A in seven different parts of the.
Yeah. So it's fun. And actually, there's another AI on this
There
thing
is.
over here.
Yep.
And then I kind of want to build one. Have you seen the kits where you can have one on that? I just want my own.
I've been working on the on my neural net
Yeah.
for a little bit now. I've got it automating a lot of the things that I do when I start my computer, which is nice.
So there's a thing, and I think we talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it in Good News or if I just came up and I was going to. So there's this company that wants to put a personal AI for you. It's yours. You control it. It's your stuff.
Is
You know
this
what I
gonna
mean?
be like the Elon Musk thing with the chip in your brain?
Well, no. What this does is it kind of helps you be a better person.
So
Oh, I guess not-
it's like a second conscience.
Yeah, not that I said that wrong, and that's because I didn't have enough coffee today. So what it does is you train it to think like you specifically, your
Okay.
likes, your wants, your whatever. When you eat food that day, you put in what you ate. When you're watching a show, you put in what you want to watch. When you're reading a book, you put in what you're reading. And what it does is it'll go through your whole life's whatever personal preferences.
This AI is gonna know my entire life story before I've
It,
even
it will.
figured it
It
out.
will. It's basically going to be you in a digital format. And then what it'll do is it'll go and it'll read like through, it can read like through thousands of books and reviews and stuff online and go, oh, this is the book that you would actually like to read, and it would suggest it.
Dude, my AI is gonna get banned off of Twitch.
But you've got like all these, like right now we got the election coming up.
We do.
Do you know any of the people going up, who's up for election? You know, who to
No
vote
clue.
for or whatever. I don't know who they are. I don't know their names. I don't know what
see
they stand
signs.
for. I don't know. And a lot of the stuff that I get on the radio and the TV and the ads and the stuff, I get like text messages now to some lady named Patricia, and it's not even me, and it's like Patricia owns my phone, but they got the wrong number, and it's not the way I vote anyway, because the stuff that they're saying is like I don't believe that way. But anyway, the AI will go through all of the different candidates, like even in the primaries, and be like, this is the guy that values what you the most. And then it'll kind of point you there. Now, it's not going to vote for you. You have to do it. But now it'll narrow down all the garbage and lets you kind of like weed through the stuff that you don't need to. And so,
Okay.
but it's not controlled on the internet. It's not controlled by a company. It's not controlled by whatever. You know
Yeah.
how, and we were talking about this, you and me, months ago, and it came up today while I was at Starbucks. Was someone was in their house and they mentioned, oh, you know what, I really need to mop my floor. And then the next commercial that came on TV and the three after it on YouTube,
Dude, they're listening.
was
They're
like,
listening.
and it comes up like that.
They're listening. People have figured this out. You know how you get advertised on YouTube when you're scrolling through, you'll get like the video ads and you recommend whatnot. Those are based off of your search history.
Yeah,
They're not based off what you say. They're based off of your search history.
yeah. But in the room when you're,
Yeah.
and you don't even have to have a device. You can actually just have this thing sitting in here.
Yeah, no, because it's listening.
Right. And I can say Hair Club for Men, and sometime tomorrow I'm going to get an email thing or an ad on
That's
my
right,
Pandora.
Bezos.
Whatever. Yeah, we hear you. We see you.
We see you, you hear us.
Yeah. I feel like he's looking at my data, and he's got that accent from Last of the Mohicans. I will find you.
I will find you.
Anyway, getting on to the good news part.
Our good
of the
news
thing.
portion, you know what the show's all about.
I guess we have a little thing here. Hoping everything works, because the studio went through like 6 different updates.
It did.
Update
It went
for that,
through.
update for this, update for that.
I'm
update
honestly
for...
surprised this didn't update.
Yeah. I think we might need to do something. Well, although if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly, it works.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my first article today is actually pretty cool. It combines a lot of things that I like together. I like water. I like plastic water bottles, because I know people don't, and diamonds. Yeah, I said it.
I'd say you really lost me. You
and
really
lasers. Those are all in there.
You lost me on diamonds.
Yeah. So scientists blast plastic with lasers and turned it into tiny diamonds and a new type of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you drinking diamonds?
Well, it's kind of cool because up in the Himalayas, they have the Hunza tribe people.
Okay. All the Eskimos.
And they, because of, you got the Himalayan salt and the Himalayan this, and the Himalayan goji berry, and the Himalayan.
I think we have Himalayan sea, like pink salt or something.
So up there, they have like crystals and stuff around the Himalayas, and when the water flows over the crystals, like natural forming rock crystals and geodes and stuff like that, it goes into the water, and when the water gets permeated with these crystal particles, it actually makes the water wetter. And I'm going from memory on all this stuff, because this is a long time ago.
Hold on.
There was like a scientist who did like a study of why these people are living so long. This was like back in the 80s or something, I think. And I remember reading it, and I don't even know if the guy's still alive.
So, water
Can be wetter.
even though it's already wet.
It can be wetter water.
And how does that work?
I don't know. Well, I think because you get some of the stuff out of there, or so you can take, like, you did the science project where you have like a glass of water, or you take like a cup of water, like a measured cup of water,
Okay.
and you take like a measured cup of like isopropyl alcohol,
Okay.
and if you pour them slowly into like one container, you'll have like 2 measured cups of it.
Yeah.
But if you shake it up and then you measure it again, there's less than 2 cups. And the reason is the isopropyl molecules are smaller than the water molecules and they actually fit inside them and it'll actually decrease the volume of it.
Okay.
So these crystal byproducts or whatever can like actually make water wetter. And that's not anything to do with the story. And I'm going completely by memory, like from decades ago. But if you put wetter water and type in Hunza, Hunza, and Himalayas or whatever, you'll find wetter water from different things from this guy's actual whatever. While you're looking that up, I'm going to get on with the actual article I have here. Using ultra powerful lasers, scientists have blasted cheap plastic and transformed it into tiny, what they call nanodiamonds. And I'll say that in air quotes, I guess. And in doing so, confirmed the existence of an exotic new type of water. The findings could potentially reveal the existence of diamond rain on ice giants in our solar system and explain why these frigid worlds have such strange magnetic fields. The laser blasting technique could also lead to more earthly applications. Nanodiamonds are diamonds that are measured just a few nanometers or a billionth of a meter, and they have both existing and potential applications such as turning carbon dioxide into other gases and delivering drugs into the body. Study co-author Dominic Krauss, a physicist at Helmholtz Zentrum Dresden Rosendorf in Germany, told Life Science. Nanodiamonds could also be used as an ultra-small and very precise quantum sensor for temperature and magnetic fields, which may result in a plethora of applications, Krauss said. The technique could also reduce plastic pollution by creating a financial incentive to clear and transform plastics from the ocean. He said for many years, planetary scientists have suspected that diamonds form within frigid interiors of ice giants such as Neptune and Uranus. If these diamonds do form, they would then rain through the interiors of these frozen worlds. To see whether this process is feasible, the researchers took a sheet of polyethylene, and I could say that.
Now, how's the next one?
Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they're PET plastics. The type found in plastic bottles and used a high-powered optical laser found at the Matter in Extreme Conditions instrument at the SLAC National Accelerator Laboratory. Line a coherent light source to heat the plastic to around 10,000 degrees. And this created pressure millions of a time greater than the Earth's atmosphere for just a billionth of a second.
Stop. Click on the Twitch thing. No, like just open the Twitch window back up. Yep. Oh, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
My end is frozen and has been frozen.
Oh, okay.
But the rest of my stuff is updating, so I want to make sure our video wasn't frozen.
Yay. Anyway, this bone-crushing pressure shocked the plastic, causing the carbon atoms in the plastic to reconfigure into a crystalline structure with hydrogen and oxygen drifting through this lattice.
Okay.
Using a powerful X-ray, we could look inside the sample and create movies of the chemical reactions happening there, Krauss said. We saw very effective formation of nanodiamonds inside the compressed plastics within a time scale of our experiments was just a few nanoseconds. So, let's see here. Do I have this up? There are little diamonds right behind my head. Let's see here. Let's do this. Or, oh, there. Actually kind of pretty. There's diamonds.
Well, we have that there. I wasn't able to find your experiment, but I did figure out, was able to find how to make water wetter.
Okay.
So you can make water wetter, and it says quote unquote wetter, by lowering its surface tension. The surface tension of water is a force that defines its behaviors. This can be viewed by filling a glass over the rim with water or by placing drops of water on a hard surface. You know, like when you fill glass, and it'll go actually over the top, but it won't spill over.
Because it's cohesive.
Yeah, that's its surface tension. So if you lower the surface tension, it becomes wetter.
So by infusing it with like crystalline particles,
exactly,
it changes it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it changes its surface pressure.
I just remember saying it just to look all smart to people that like I knew how to make water wetter, and people think that you're goofy.
I say if you came out, I think you're nuts.
Wait, you like wetter water?
Wouldn't you like wetter water? I'm like,
I feel like this is the start of an advertisement that we could do.
You want wetter water? It's a thing actually. So if you look up wetter water, there's coolant called like Red Line Plus or
Yeah.
something, and it's wetter water.
I feel like we had our idea just stolen.
We might have, but these people have been around for a little bit.
Anyway, I don't know how to get back to the story that we're on, but if you'd like to read more about that, this was originally published on Live Science. Why don't you go to Live Science and check out using lasers to make plastic into nanodiamonds.
Now the question is, do you think it'd be a .com, a .org, or a .edu?
I think if you Google Live Science and type in nanocrystals or nanodiamonds,
Or
you'll find it.
wetter water.
Well, no, don't
You
type in wetter water.
wetter water.
Don't
on
type in
Live
wetter water
Science.
because that is not going to do it for you. But it'll get you different. Also,
It might bring up
exciting
that dude's
article.
experiment.
yeah, I feel like his name was Joseph or something, but I don't know that for sure.
I don't know.
So my next article, and this was actually like about a month ago.
Okay.
A new 6-acre island in the Pacific Ocean has been seen from space. And there you can see it. You can see it's kind of like under the water just a little bit there.
Yeah, I thought someone had spilled powdered sugar on a brown table, on a black table. Okay, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. New 6-acre island in the Pacific Ocean caused an underwater volcano eruption and it's been seen from space. On September 10th, the Home Reef underwater volcano in Tonga began rumbling to life. The seamount began discolored the surrounding water as it gushed lava, spewing steam and ash.
I just now see the island.
Yeah, there it is. I mean, it's right there in the middle.
It's right there in
like
the dead
under
center.
the water, and you can see like around this area down over
And the
here.
volcano is what's on the island because
Yeah.
it's what's going on.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, now I get it. Now I'm
Yeah,
seeing
yeah, yeah.
it.
So, hours after the eruption began, a new volcanic island emerged from the water. Tonga Geological Services has observed the activity surrounding the new island. On September 14th, the island stretched to 1 acre and 33 feet above sea level. By September 20th, it had expanded to cover up 6 acres. A satellite image of the new island has now been captured from space. And I already put that up, right? 'Cause
Yep, that is that.
That's that, okay. The Home Reef volcano is located on a seafloor ridge between Tonga and New Zealand and has the highest number of underwater volcanoes in the world. The island lies to the northeast of Hunga Haiape.
Hunga Tonga Hunga.
Yeah, I know. And I'm pretty sure I butchered that. But anyway, an
Hunga
underwater
Tonga Hunga.
volcano that last erupted in January this year. It was the biggest volcanic eruption on Earth in 30 years and caused a 4-foot tsunami wave. Home Reef is located in what is known as the Tonga Kermatic Subduction Zone.
I read subduction zone.
Okay, well, it's subduction
It is
zone.
now that I look at it, I see it is subduction. I no longer
If you
wish
would
to
like
go
to
there.
be seduced by volcanoes, go to Hunga Tonga Munga. Okay. This zone is an area where 3 tectonic plates are colliding at the fastest converging boundary in the world, the observatory said. As one of the plates sinks beneath the other 2 similar plates, a huge trench is formed. It also causes one of the most active volcanic arcs in the world. Volcanoes are submerged in the water known as seamounts. When underwater volcanoes erupt, the build of lava occasionally breaks the surface of the water, and this causes an island to form. These islands do not usually last long, although some may stay for years. This is not the first time Home Reef eruptions have caused the phenomenon. The volcano has had 4 previous periods of eruptions. Islands formed after eruptions in 1852 and 1857. Eruptions in 1984 to 2006 also caused islands to form, although they were very fleeting.
So these islands just show up and then they just sink back down.
I feel like when you hear some of these stories about like the elusive island that nobody can find, it's
That's
like
why.
hidden and there, and you have like these pirates and all that stuff, you know, and they're like, oh, we got this secret island, and then the secret island is not there anymore. People can't find it, and it's like a hidden mystery on the map. It's not a hidden mystery. It just,
It's
you know,
it's 3.5 miles down.
yeah, without any coral around it to protect it, the ocean just erodes it and it, you know, goes away.
How much gold is at the bottom of the ocean?
I just want that Dungeons and Dragons giant turtle with the island on its back, and the dragon turtle.
Do you remember the? Do you remember the? Do you remember the Pokemon movie?
Yeah,
the live action Pokemon movie with the giant turtles that were part of the land.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yes. See, I want one of those, a giant dragon turtle, and then it just moves my island from place.
I
to
feel
place.
like if you built a house on that, you would have to bolt everything down.
Yeah,
Because you're fine while it sleeps, but the second it gets up and decides to move, there goes the TV.
I feel like when if it's just floating in the water, it's so huge that probably the ocean doesn't move it much. It's kind of like being on one of those giant cruise ships.
Yeah.
Only a giant dragon turtle would be bigger.
Probably.
I feel like.
A giant dragon turtle uses 4 cruise ships as ice skates.
Yeah. Okay. Again, we
Anyway,
got super distracted.
Volcanoes.
Yeah.
Forming islands.
Okay. According to an update from the Tonga Geological Service, the recent home reef activity poses little risk to the surrounding community. All mariners are, however, advised to sail beyond 4 kilometers away from the home reef until further notice. And that was the most recent update that I saw.
Well, it makes sense. It's a volcano.
Yeah. My next article is near and dear to my heart, obviously. And we've actually already talked about this.
I was going to say, we've already done this.
So, and I'm going to bring it up again and again because this is life-changing information.
Eventually, you bring this up enough times, it'll just become a puff piece.
And we've already done this, but this reflects the most updated information on what I'm about to say.
Oh, we've got new stuff.
Yeah, there's new stuff. There's new stuff. It's just more evidence to prove my hypothesis, which I've been saying for years. And
I have found.
finally, science has caught up with my intellect.
See, this is important now because I have found one that I like.
Yeah?
So
Well, why don't you go ahead and read the title?
Okay.
Because I feel like I've swayed you in.
Pretty much. Drinking several cups of coffee every day is linked to a longer lifespan and longer bathroom breaks.
There you go. It turns out that drinking a few cups of coffee every day may actually do more than just give you a jolt at work. It might even help you live longer.
The dude who invented coffee is still alive.
I know. He is. He is. And you know what? And I don't wanna diss the people in the UK. But I can tell you right now, the Queen was drinking coffee. If you think they're tea and crumpets over there, she was a coffee drinker. And that is just all I'm going to say about that.
We can prove this right now.
We can prove
this. We have the science now.
We have the science. 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day is associated with increased longevity and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. A new study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found those benefits were seen regardless of whether the coffee was caffeinated or not, or whether it was ground or instant coffee, based on an analysis of nearly 450,000 people's habits. Ground, instant, and decaffeinated coffee were associated with the equivalent reductions in the incidence of cardiovascular disease and deaths from cardiovascular disease or any cause. Study author Peter Kistler said, the results suggest that mild to moderate intake of ground, instant, and decaffeinated coffee should be considered part of a healthy lifestyle. The study specifically looked at the link between mild coffee consumption and cardiovascular issues, including coronary heart disease, congestive heart failure, and ischemic stroke. Participants were free of these ailments at baseline and asked by researchers how much of what kind of coffee they drank every day, if any. Researchers followed participants for a median time of about 12 and a half years. During that time, cardiovascular disease was diagnosed in more than 43,000 participants. 9.6 of the total who drank 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day had the lowest risk of developing the disease, researchers found, and those who drank ground, instant, and decaffeinated coffee saw reduced likelihoods of 20, 9, and 6%, respectively. An additional 30,100 people were diagnosed with arrhythmia, while ground and instant coffees were associated with a lower risk of development. Decaffeinated coffee did not help, researchers found. Unlike other areas, drinking even more coffee made a difference for this condition, with those drinking 4 to 5 cups a day seeing the lowest reduced risk. Those who drank 2 to 3 cups also saw a significantly lower risk. By the end of the study, 27,809, which is 6.2% of participants, had died. However, it was discovered that all types of coffee were linked with a reduction in deaths from any cause with 2 to 3 cups a day associated with the greatest benefits. Ground, decaffeinated, and instant coffees were linked to 27, 14, and 11% lower likelihood of deaths, respectively. So ground coffee obviously gives you your best, and I just would like to say
Ground coffee keeps you out of the ground.
I just have been saying this for years. Decaffeinated coffee apparently has more benefits than what I thought it had.
But not as much.
Instant coffee, you're better off, going to Starbucks and waiting in line. You'll live longer.
That is not what I thought you were going to... That's definitely not what I would have said.
I know. It's still good news.
It's still good news. Yeah, it's still good news.
Kistler said that while caffeine is the most well-known aspect of coffee, it is likely not the reason for the beverage's life-saving abilities. But what does he know? I'm just saying they're finally caught up with me. They should just take my word for the rest of it.
Scientist.
I played one on TV.
He plays one in real life.
Yeah. Okay. Coffee has more than 100 biologically active components. It is likely that the non-caffeinated compounds were responsible for the positive relationships observed between coffee drinking, cardiovascular disease, and survival, he said. Our findings indicate that drinking modest amounts of coffee of all types should not be discouraged and can be enjoyed as a heart-healthy behavior. This study adds to previous research that coffee, especially multiple cups of coffee a day, has several apparent health benefits. That was the study that we talked about the last time.
Yes.
One 2018 study found that over a 10-year study period, coffee drinkers were roughly 10% to 15% less likely to die than those who didn't drink coffee. Another published last year, which we also talked about, found that drinking 3 to 4 cups of coffee, regardless of whether it's caffeinated, reduced the risk of developing and dying from chronic liver disease.
Dude, my dad's going to live forever.
Yes.
My dad goes to Dunkin' Donuts and just gets black coffee in those cups that are like this tall, and he gets 4 of them at a time. I think he drinks like 2 of them a day.
Well, he's drinking the wrong kind of coffee, but
I think he's offsetting it by the amount he's drinking. The man is drinking like gallons of coffee.
He's not going to die of liver disease or heart failure.
He's not going to die.
I know.
Period.
Just like the Queen.
Exactly. So speaking of the Queen.
Okay, here we go.
Speaking of the Queen, according to CelebrityAnswers.com, which is a website I have never heard of before.
Here it is.
Queen Elizabeth is known to prefer Earl Grey tea provided by the official royal supplier, Twinings. She also enjoys the occasional cocktail and drinks wine with her evening meal, but there's no evidence of the Queen drinking coffee.
It's a conspiracy.
Now, however, according to Google, in 1984, when the Queen visited Canada, a man named Jack Oler, who ran the Colonial Coffee Company, made a coffee called Café de la Reine, which is literally called Coffee of the Queen.
Yes.
For her visit to Canada. Specifically for her. Nobody else has ever drank this coffee other than her.
At that time.
Yeah. So apparently the Queen's got her own coffee. The Queen has their own royal tea provider.
I feel like she visited, drank some, smuggled some back home. It's a huge conspiracy.
And then added 17 years onto her life.
Between tea and coffee and
she was
the
sprinkling a little
War
bit in with her tea every single day.
I just feel like when she lives twice as long as the average UK person, something's going on there.
Look, all I'm saying is she just takes a little ground, sprinkles them in when she's making her tea, just leaves it alone.
Yeah. It's like, you know how like...
That was not the sound we needed to hear.
I know. I was going to say something, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably uncouth.
Yeah?
So maybe I won't.
What am I...
Okay, imagine somebody walks into the throne room. They're like, does this smell like coffee? And she's like spraying Febreze.
She's actively spraying like Earl Grey tea scented Febreze around the room.
Okay, enough fun.
Ooh.
Okay, getting a call from an 800 number. So my next article is kind of related to the what we were kind of talking about earlier.
Okay.
I found this in the National Science Review, I believe. The Pacific Ocean is set to make way for the world's next supercontinent. And there you go. You remember Pangea?
Yes.
Well, this one's not Pangea.
Dude, as a kid, okay, so we learned about Pangea back in like 5th grade.
Uh-huh.
As a kid watching a video on Pangea, that freaked me out.
Yeah.
I got really, really nervous
Yeah.
watching that video and had to sit out from that
Well,
class.
just to bring you a little bit of horror for Halloween, we're going to put that puzzle back together.
Putting that puzzle back together?
Undivine. Let's see. Increase viewers. I don't think we need that.
Yo, top streamers already use it. Let's go. This is what we're looking. I'll handle it. I got you.
Okay. So, New Curtin University-led research has found that the world's next supercontinent, they're calling Amasia, will most likely form when the Pacific Ocean closes in 200 to 300 million years. So, all you coffee drinkers out there will probably witness this.
I have banned him.
Okay. So coffee drinkers will get it. Okay, published in the National Science Review. Ooh, I was right. The research team used a supercomputer to simulate how a supercontinent forms and found that because the Earth has been cooling for billions of years, the thickness and strength of the plates under the oceans reduce with time, making it difficult for the next supercontinent to assemble by closing the young oceans as the Atlantic or Indian Oceans.
You'd think, as the ocean cools, as the world cools, it's so hot, instead of getting more brittle, it would get thicker because all of the hot magma and whatnot is slowly turning to stone. Yeah.
Although, I guess it does make it.
When something
get brittle.
does get cold, it does tend to get brittle.
So when you temper steel, it gets harder. But if you superheat it, even hotter than it was supposed to, like what's happening in the core, when it cools off, it does become brittle.
Does get brittle.
Lead author Dr. Chuan Huang from Curtin's Earth Dynamics Research Group in the School of Earth and Planetary Sciences said the new findings were significant and provided insights into what would happen to Earth in the next 200 million years. Over the past 2 billion years, Earth's continents have collided together to form a supercontinent every 600 million years, known as a supercontinent cycle. This means that the current continents are due to come together again in a couple hundred of million years.
All the coffee drinkers will be around to see it.
Yep. The resulting new supercontinent has already been named Amasia. Sorry. I almost said amnesia.
It's been named Amnesia.
It was amnesia because I can't remember that it was called Amasia. Okay. Because some believe that the Pacific Ocean will close as opposed to the Atlantic and Indian Oceans when America collides with Asia. Australia is also expected to play a role in this important Earth event, first colliding with Asia and then connecting America and Asia once the Pacific Ocean closes.
Now hear me out.
I'm listening.
The world
is
actually just like a giant type of Rubik's
Cube.
God, every 600 million years, God comes down, Space Jesus comes down and just meshes everything back together. He just comes down and just goes, bye Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean just gone instantly and you just fall together.
I feel like we've probably offended the UK people and now a whole bunch of religious people with the Space Jesus thing.
Bro, can you imagine Space Jesus?
Okay.
He died for your stars.
Just, I feel like when you do it and then it's like, oh, no, that's not what I wanted. And,
no, you've tried to solve Rubik's Cube before, right? You do it and you're like one block off and then you flip it and the entire thing is messed up.
So, I
don't know how to get back from that.
So, the Pacific Ocean.
The Pacific Ocean, not deleted yet.
Is what is left of the Panthalassa super ocean that started to form 700 million years ago when the previous supercontinent started to break apart. It is the oldest ocean we have on Earth, and it started shrinking from its maximum size since the dinosaur time. It is currently shrinking in size by a few centimeters per year, and its current dimension of about 10,000 kilometers, is predicted to take 200 to 300 million years to close. Co-author John Curtin, distinguished Professor Zhang Li,
Zhang Li,
also from Curtin Curtin School of Earth and Planetary Sciences, said that having the whole world dominated by a single continent mass would drastically alter Earth's ecosystem and environment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
The continents moving and an entire ocean disappearing would alter Earth's ecosystem.
I feel like you wouldn't need to use as much gas on those boats going back and forth. Probably wouldn't need to fly as far, and people could.
There's still going to be some person who goes all the way around backwards to find a new part of the world.
I feel like we tried it before. We broke apart, but we're happy to get. Oh, I can't sing that because we're going to be
DMCA'd into outer space.
So, Earth as we know it will be drastically different when Amasia forms. The sea levels is expected to be lower, and the vast interior of the supercontinent will be very arid with high daily temperature ranges.
That's amazing.
See, I love that. Currently, Earth consists of 7 continents with widely different ecosystems and human cultures, so it would be fascinating to think what the world might look like in 200, 300 million years' time.
Start downing coffee like it's water, and you'll see it.
You will see it. And we're going to have a great time. Where are we at for time? Okay, we got time.
We're all good. We got it.
Next article is kind of cool. Have you ever heard of Aiden? I only say it because he's a local celebrity.
He's local?
Local celebrity. Yep, local celebrity.
No idea.
Yeah, Aiden, the hugging golden doodle. I hadn't heard of him.
Okay.
Is releasing a book series for children, and this is probably, I think back in August. So this is pretty old article.
Do you remember back, probably like 2 months ago when we did the article about horses having giant keyboards?
Yeah.
They gave the dog one.
Yeah, they did.
And he wrote his own book.
He wrote his own book. I know they did a book tour or something in Chicago. I believe it was in August, so we're kind of like behind the times. But I put this out here because somebody sent it in. Naperville, Illinois, a suburban dog has traveled the world to comfort kids and military veterans. Now he's releasing his very own children's book stories. Known as Aiden, the Hugging Golden Doodle, a large white ball of fluff with a big heart.
Wait, that kid's shirt 100% just says, "I'm the man."
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, with that type of helmet, there's no doubt in my mind.
I took him for his first puppy class when he was 8 weeks old, and that's what the instructor told me. This is a dog with a purpose, said Naperville resident Samantha Kanda, Aiden's owner. For nearly a decade, the Golden Doodle has comforted children facing cancer at local hospitals. He would build a relationship with his patients. For example, when the kids are sick, when they go in for a treatment, Aiden would be there waiting for them so they knew not to be so scared when they went in. During the pandemic, Aiden turned a page, literally, and started reading to children virtually with a little help. He visited schools in Chicago, Milwaukee, Los Angeles, New York, and internationally, and that's when his owner knew he would be perfect subject for a book himself, teaching children about caring for others. At the end of the day, after 12 years of doing this, Aiden was really focused on helping children to be kind and learn compassion. That's his whole mission. Aiden's first book takes place in Chicago, which I think we already passed, and you can find his books on aidendoodle.com. So I'm going to put it in here for all you people who are watching. That's how you spell it. Aiden, AIDANDOODLE.com, and I'm allowed to advertise and chat, but I'm the only one. And my friend died. What?
Well, if you Google it, it does. If you just Google Aiden Doodle, it doesn't come up.
No, aidendoodle.com.
Okay, I'm pulling up the website. It's got artwork and everything.
There you go. There he is. Next article came from the same person. And actually, I guess as long as I'm doing that, I'll put this other.
Dude, they've got like Aiden's mission in it. You can meet Aiden.
You can meet him.
You can meet with him. All you need is your name, your email, your phone, your address, your subject, your message.
Yeah.
And you can meet. He looks like he's dying.
The dog?
He's got no neck.
Well, he's like 12 years old.
No, I know. But like in this artwork, it looks like he doesn't have a neck.
I feel like you're not seeing the rest of his body because he's huge.
He is huge. Like, look at that. Look at this. Look at the picture.
Yeah.
Well, look at that picture. He's massive.
Yeah, he is, especially to that kid. Anyway, my next article.
That kid is stanced up.
Stan stuff.
He's ready to go.
Oh, I guess I should. Whoops. I'll get this right
Oh,
eventually.
yeah, don't worry, we got it.
My next article, I'm going to put this in chat. Here's the webpage for that. It's drinkbiolite.com.
Okay, so what drink brand is this?
I read this directly from their webpage.
Okay.
This was written by Dr. Luther C. Rollins the third.
So he's had there's been three
There's been
generations working on
three
this.
of them. They've all been coffee drinkers.
All of them.
13 years ago, I realized hydration drinks are not effective for severe dehydration because their water wasn't wetter.
Imagine
I just
Please,
realized that we had to like put this
I
in.
want to know.
And I don't know.
if that actually makes if you drink water that claims to be water, if it actually is different, I want to know.
Apparently, the Huns of people up in the Himalayas live longer.
I'm gonna figure out where you can buy some.
I would like to take
some.
wetter water and make coffee with it, and it'd be like, boom, Super Saiyan. We go Super Saiyan. Okay, 13 years ago, I realized hydration drinks are not effective for severe dehydration. My wife was battling breast cancer and was having difficulty keeping up with her chemo treatments because she was so dehydrated. We tried everything from sports drinks to children's rehydration products, and nothing worked.
Have they tried water?
Yeah. My daughter Sarah asked me if it was possible to turn an IV bag into something you could drink, and that's when a light bulb turned on. With my background in IV fluid replacement, we worked for 4 years to create a product that made superior hydration convenient and affordable. I'm humbled that BioLite, BIOLYTE, has changed the lives of so many people, and even those we did not anticipate. Athletes, flu patients, new mothers, and even those who find themselves a bit overindulged. Although the BioLite was created to help chemotherapy patients, BioLite can actually help a wide array of people, including those that feel depleted, dehydrated, or drowsy.
It's $40 for a pack of 12.
Pack of 12. Yes.
You can get it in berry, citrus, melon, and tropical.
And it's wetter water.
And it's wetter water.
It's wetter water.
And it claims that you'll feel the effects in 30 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe we should just buy some just to try it.
That's what I'm saying. We're doing our own in-house research right now.
Yeah, we're just like I would like to BioLite, if you would like a sponsor.
Look, dude, like
we're accepting checks.
We will drink it and we will will tell you what it's like on the show.
And we're not like I mean we take a variety of form of payment like checks, cold hard cash, gold, silver.
Drinkable liquids.
Yeah, drinkable liquids.
Coffee.
Okay, next article. This is Felix Zhang, the only student in the world to earn a perfect AP calculus score.
I never seen anything about this. It popped up on my Apple News thing.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the first thing I thought was, who cares?
Oh, see, that's not the first thing I thought.
But then I was thinking about it later. I'm like, wait a minute, you gotta be really smart.
So I got this article on a text message, and I looked it up, and I say perfect AP calculus score.
Yeah, no. I just read AP. I'm like, well, who cares? Then I read AP calculus later. I'm like, wait,
yeah.
There's something else.
So the first thing I thought was nerd alert.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, an Indiana high school student received the perfect score on the Advanced Placement Calculus AB exam this spring. The only student in the world to achieve such a feat.
And he's from Indiana's never going to let that go.
Indiana.
They'll never let that go.
He's a Hoosier, and he's there for...
He's a Hoosier.
And he's,
in school, he might be a loser, but you know what? He's got brains.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
Now he's famous.
Felix, currently a junior at Penn High School in Mishawaka, Indiana.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I said that right.
Mishawaka.
Aced the test with 108 points out of the 108 points possible. The College Board, which administers the AP exams, informed Principal Sean Gallagher Zhang earned a perfect score of 5, as AP exams are scored from 1 to 5, and that he was the only student in the world to earn every point possible.
They're only scored, dude. I don't even know if I get one.
Yeah.
I didn't even take calculus. I failed algebra.
I feel like I would do okay.
I don't.
I feel like I would do okay.
Geometry, that's my game.
I don't think I
got
could get a
that.
perfect score, but well, I'm not gonna say that I can't get a perfect score, and I would like to give kudos for this kid.
Yeah,
but
no.
I would also
Shout
like to
out
say
this kid.
I would also like to say that I haven't actually taken it, so read into that if you want.
I'll find it right now. I'll find it right. We'll take it on stream.
This outstanding accomplishment is likely a direct reflection of the top quality education being offered at Penn High School. Obviously, they would say that, right?
Exactly.
Head of the Advanced Placement Program, Trevor Packer, said in an email to the principal, "We applaud Felix's hard work and the AP teacher responsible for engaging students and enabling them to excel in a college-level course."
Did he get anything?
You know, I feel like when you have that on your resume, you're going to get, put anywhere you want.
I feel like if you do that, you shouldn't have taken any math gen eds.
Yeah.
You've kind of proven, when you get to college, no math gen eds. You've kind of proven you know your stuff.
Yeah. I feel like maybe you and I should just switch for this next one, and you could read the next article.
Want me to read it? I'll read it. I don't know how we're going to...
I feel like it'd be great for you.
All right, hold on. Okay. This is weird.
Oh my goodness.
I've never been here.
I feel like
I've never been on this side before. This is weird.
Okay, I'll put
I got taller.
I'll let you say the thing first, but before.
Do we want to? Are we announcing it?
Well, however you want to do it.
For Halloween, you can rent a 3-story Ghostbusters headquarters and even wear the suits.
Yeah, and there it is.
That's it, right there.
Yep.
That's actually a really nice picture.
Yeah, it is.
There's something strange in the neighborhood, and it's up for rent. Sony and vacation rental company Vakasa are taking bids for the holiday rental of a fully furnished, fully functional, and fully frightful Ghostbusters headquarters. Oh, it works like this. That's fun. A group of friends can win a 3-night stay at a recreation of the building set used in the famous 1984 movie in Portland, Oregon. Why is it in Oregon? Why is everything in Portland, Oregon?
Because that's just where all the good stuff is.
Cocaine is legal. The private 2-bedroom, 3-story firehouse built in the early 1900s includes all the comforts of home with a full kitchen, multiple living quarters, and endless Ghostbusters features, including a scientist-approved ghost containment system and a dark room where guests can develop and analyze photos of the Scourge of Carpathia.
Mm-hmm.
Now, which Ghostbusters?
The first one, I think.
No, because wasn't the first one the one with the gatekeepers? No, that was the second one. Second one was Gatekeeper because they had the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
That was the first one.
Was that the first one? So is the second one the Scourge of Carpathia?
I feel like they mention it more than once.
Or is Scourge of Carpathia the new one?
I feel like
the new Ghostbusters that came out within the past year.
I like the new Ghostbusters.
The new Ghostbusters was actually really nice.
Yeah, I did.
The beds are freshly made. The ectoplasm has been expertly cleaned up, and the pantry is stocked with Stay Puft marshmallows and cheesy crackers. I actually like cheesy crackers.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Slimer doesn't get to them. That'd be cool if they have it rigged with little hidden speakers that play Slimer sound throughout the house. That would be cool. We're dedicated to the details, and this Ghostbusters firehouse in Portland is no exception. Allison Laurie, CMO of... Do you think it's Vasaka? It's Vasaka? Or Vasica? Because I don't know if it's an American... Because it's an American company, 100% just Vasica.
I would go with that.
CMO. What's a CMO? Because I actually don't know. I know it's probably corporate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something. CMO of Vasica told CNN, among these details are perfect...
Maybe chief manager of operations?
That's actually probably it. Among these details are perfect replicas of the flight suits worn by the Ghostbusters to take all the possible Instagrammable experiences to the next level. I mean, hey, look, as long as it's for the gram, right? Mm-hmm. It's designed to be enjoyed by Ghostbusters superfans and travelers with a sense of 80s nostalgias alike, said Laurie. All of Egon's essentials, including smoking ghost traps, a PKE meter, proton packs, Aura video analyzer, and even an ecto-containment unit are available throughout the firehouse, so guests have everything they need to send ghosts back to their place of origin or the nearest convenient parallel dimension.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not our problem anymore, then
Yeah.
we don't got to deal with it. Visit the Vakasa.com listing on October 21st, which was today, the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
So visit it tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
at 10 a.m. PT for the chance to experience the Ghostbusters Firehouse in Portland for a nightly rate of $19.84 plus local taxes and fees in honor of the year the first movie was released.
Right. So go to VACASA.com tomorrow morning
At
At
October 21st,
10 a.m. Pacific
time, October 21st,
and you can rent it for a nightly rate of $19
and 84 cents a night.
plus taxes and fees. And that's great.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. It felt weird to be in the big commanding chair.
Yeah. We got a little bit of time. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
Nice.
cool. I like that.
I knew you liked that, the whole thing. So I thought, maybe you could do that article. So my next article, we got time. I'll go through
we'll
these.
be fine.
I got the last two articles I really want to get to, so I want to make sure I get there. But this cute dog walked around the golf courses to collect 6,000 lost golf balls, which are donated to charities. An eagle-eyed pooch has become an expert at finding lost golf balls in London, so much so that he's helping provide golf charities with the balls they need to teach kids around the world. Charles Jefferson may have felt he hit a hole in one when one day his dog, Cavapoo named Marlowe, emerged from the bushes with a pristine tour grade ball on the puppy's first visit to the local London golf course. Jefferson, a top-level amateur golfer for 4 decades who used to work with the European Tour, realized that a retrieved mint-condition Titleist Pro V1 retails for about £3.5, and that his Marlowe might have a unique ability for finding lost balls. He spent the next 6 years walking up and down courses with Marlowe, watching and chatting and getting out in the open air. Between Mitcham Golf Club and Wimbledon, a common golf club, Mr. Jefferson and Marlowe filled dresser drawers with golf balls, but rather than a single instance of selling around 600 to a mate, he never had any interest with a retrieval market, a cottage industry that cropped up around recovering golf balls. As an advertising and branding agent, Jefferson leapt on the chance to turn Marlowe's abilities into a force for good after he heard of a donation drive to promote the prevention of litter from lost golf balls. The DP World Tour was seeing if they could fill a 20-foot-long shipping container with second-hand tour-grade golf balls, with the intention of then sending them to Kenya's Junior Golf Foundation, the South African Disabled Golf Association, the European Disabled Golf Association, and UAE's Chick with Sticks, and India's Golf Foundation. Yeah, Chicks with Sticks.
That is someone who is having fun. Hey, what's your name? Oh, we got a bunch of chicks with sticks.
Let's just call it that.
Let's call that.
CNN estimates that 300 million golf balls get lost every year, and the United Arab Emirates DP World Tour hope to encourage shooters to recover at least a tiny fraction of these for charities. As Jefferson's agency was helping with the branding, all eyes in the department turned on him. He promptly dumped 600 more of Marlowe's finds into the container to make an admirable dent in its 200,000 capacity.
So, how many golf balls do you think they're just sitting around?
I honestly, I didn't know until I read this article that it's an epidemic.
Yeah, like I never thought that it's an
epidemic.
actual problem.
I feel like because of all the lost golf balls, Earth's crust is becoming brittle and the continents are coming closer together.
I still have our golf balls. I remember when we tried to stack them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was actually pretty funny.
So I looked it up.
It'd be funnier if our golf balls were also lost.
So I looked it up. Those golf balls, the specific ones that he labeled, for a sleeve of like 6 of them, is $50.
Yeah. Super awesome. I mean, it's super awesome.
And you can only give them back for about $30.50.
Okay, the dog's out there. He's getting exercise. He's getting the balls. The guy's doing some good. The dog's doing some good. The dog's doing good for himself. The guy's happy.
Dog's getting
They're
exercise.
Happy. They're happy. Chicks with sticks are happy.
Everybody's happy. As long as
I'm
chicks with
happy.
sticks are happy.
We got the article out. Now you're happy.
Exactly.
Let's do this real quick.
Yo, that's actually a really good idea.
Give a shout out to Commander Root.
Yo.
And Lurks.
Yo! Let's go.
I'm glad that he's here. I don't know why that makes me so happy.
Dude,
Lurks
Lurks
makes
the
me happy.
man right there. Right then and there.
My next article. These hero honeymooners rescued sleeping babies from a burning nursery in Spain. Can you picture it? Like you and your spouse are on your honeymoon in Europe. You see a burning building. You decide to be heroes and run inside with the smoke, and you end up in a room with panicking nurses, 20 sleeping infants, and no one speaks English. It would be like, I mean,
I
first
think
off,
I'd just turn right around and leave.
no, you wouldn't. There's
I'm
babies there.
done.
Incredibly, this was the situation. Rhode Island honeymooners and uh, David and Doran
I think it's David and Dorn.
found themselves in last month in Barcelona. The newlywed 38-year-olds were on their way to tour a park when they saw a group of women standing around panicking next to a doorway out of which was wafting thick smoke. I just messed that up. They went in all the same, and though neither of them understood what was probably being explained to them, they found themselves communicating in a universal language before long. They entered a room that had not caught fire and realized they were in a nursery of all places. Instinct took over. I found myself looking at 15 to 20 babies sleeping and immediately just kind of lined everyone up, and we started grabbing them, putting them into the crib. It was probably like 10 minutes, but it seemed like an instant. It turned out to be okay. After everyone was out safely, the pair continued their honeymoon, according to NBC affiliate. They went right on to take the park tour they had planned. People magazine reports that Squaliante is now exploring the possibilities of being a volunteer firefighter in their own hometown of Bristol. So, it's pretty cool.
It's just the way it's worded just makes it seem like they just had one crib and they just started piling babies on top of each other in this
Well,
crib.
I think they did, but probably not on top of each other.
There's that, and then this is, I like to imagine there's Get Out. They got like smoke and stood on there like, well, onto the park tour.
You got like
yeah,
a
let's
baby
go.
in a crib. You can probably fit, like, turn them sideways and probably get 5 or 6 of
Yeah,
them.
you get like
over
5
there.
or 6 there. You could probably find a way to wedge like 2 or 3
Plus,
more
they're
along the
infants, so
side.
they're all like wrapped up like little
Yeah.
baby burritos. You just
Exactly.
put them in there. Baby burritos to go.
Preferably not smoked.
Yeah. So my next and last article, because we're out of time. Another hero story. This guy, Texas trucker, is named Highway Angel for stopping to rescue a police officer pinned in a vehicle. Truck driver Gary Wilburn was named a Highway Angel for offering aid to an injured Arkansas state trooper who was pinned inside his vehicle after a serious crash. The Truckload Carriers Association bestowed that honor and shared the incredible story.
So does he have a badge?
No.
Because that would be cool if you got a badge that said Highway Angel.
Yeah, it'd be better. Probably wings. But maybe. I don't know.
It's wings. Underneath the wings is like a tiny inch-long section that has like dots in the middle, like a road.
Yeah. Well, on the afternoon of October 4th near Forest City, Arkansas, Wilburn was driving very slowly in heavy traffic. He came across a crashed state trooper vehicle on the side of the road. Every other motorist was passing the vehicle without stopping to look inside. Yeah. I was in traffic for an hour before I saw the trooper, said the trucker from San Antonio. Some of the stuff I noticed was insane. No one's calling the police. Cars are driving by, and no one stopped to help them. Wilburn, who drives for Anderson Trucking, called 911 and reported what he found. He was banged up really bad, Wilburn said. Lower legs were broken, upper legs were broken, and he was pinned in. His legs were crushed really bad. He then stayed with the trapped officer until emergency personnel arrived and he was airlifted to a local hospital. Wilburn, who was still upset that no one had stopped, did not know what caused the accident, but says he is usually the man for the job. I'm that idiot that runs into burning buildings and pulls out pets. When I see something like that, I can't keep going about my day. Since the program's inception in August 1997, nearly 1,300 professional truck drivers have been recognized as Highway Angels for exemplary kindness, courtesy, and courage displayed while on the job.
I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed if I'm like sitting waiting for this dude Like, and sitting looking at this dude being like, "Hey, help's on the way," and just nobody's doing anything. Everyone's just, I'd be fuming.
I think that probably they look and they go, police car, oh, he's got help, or he's supposed to be there, or
But it's crushed.
I guess after an hour or so, and you've been sitting there for an hour, you're like, this can't possibly be what I think it is. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would stop. But I did the other day for somebody who was.
I say I'd stop. I'd be fuming. I'd be pissed.
So, if all goes well, we'll do a show next week. I'm not sure what time.
Yes,
Lurks,
if all goes well.
I'm glad you just sit around and have
Big
nothing
man,
to do.
I'm glad
except
you.
for watch a
I'm
show.
glad you just lurk in our chat like that. That's great.
Really appreciate it. And everybody, if you have any good articles or anything that you can send, you can join our Discord. You can talk to us there, send messages there, be part of our little community.
Yep.
Little one.
Big final shout out, Alice, Commander Root, Caddy, and Lurk.
Yep. And wait, was there another one?
You of anyone else?
Nope, I guess not.
All right.
And viewers like you. All you that aren't logged in, we appreciate you watching, and we look forward to seeing you again. Have a good night.
Peace out.